He asked me if I wanted to play, if I want to go for it. I said on Sunday, I probably didn't care too much for it. When I slept on it, it was like there's an opportunity to implant my name in football history. May never get another opportunity like that again. So I'm down, but at the end of the day, I don't care for putting the team at risk. He's the head coach for a reason. He makes those decisions, and whatever decision he wanted to make, I let him know if you want me to play, I'm going to go out there and make sure I get it. And if we don't, I'm okay with that too.
Are the Philadelphia Eagles doing the right thing, sitting Saquon Barkley for the upcoming game this Sunday? We're going to talk about this right now on Breaking Mediocrity. Happy New Year, everyone. This is D.A. Bourne. Welcome to Breaking Mediocrity. I appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So whatever you could do, I'd be greatly appreciated. Now, normally I do talk about politics, North American topics, but I am a big sports fan. So this is a sports video, but I wanted to share about it because I just feel so passionately about what I'm about to discuss. All right. I'm a big NFL football fan. And the playoffs are coming. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. Now, we've been watching the resurgence of the running back this year. A lot of times, we all know, those who watch NFL football, that it's about passing. It's about the quarterback, wide receivers, all that stuff. And over the years, we've had a lot of teams that don't want to give running backs the respect that they deserve. And this year, I believe it was a resurgence of that. Most notably with Derrick Henry of the Baltimore Ravens and Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking about Saquon Barkley in particular because he has had an absolutely phenomenal season. I mean, first and foremost, he got traded from a team that did not want to pay him a big contract, and he went to his rival team. So he went from the New York Giants to the Philadelphia Eagles. He went there, signed as a free agent, and the man has balled out. When I'm talking about balled out, he played all 16 games this year, and he passed the 2,000 yards mark. Only 8 players in NFL history has ever ran over 2,000 yards. So this is a huge accomplishment. But here's where the story gets interesting. All right. Saquon Barkley only needs 101 rushing yards to break the all-time rushing record in a season by Eric Dickerson, who did it in 1984. So you're thinking, okay, they have one game left. Let him play, right? Well, here's the thing. All right. Philadelphia Eagles have nothing to play for. They already are locked up in the second seed for the NFC. They didn't have a bye week in a long time. I believe it was week 5. And Coach Nick Sirianni feels like because they gain nothing with this upcoming game against the New York Giants, that they should sit all their starters because they have to play a first round game next week. I totally understand the concept. I totally understand that they need to rest. Why play the starters if the game is meaningless? But here's the thing. Saquon needs only 101 yards to be the all-time rushing leader in a season. That is a huge mark. That is a 40-year record. But Nick Sirianni is saying that Saquon Barkley is going to sit, and he's not going to get the chance to break the record. We saw the clip earlier. Saquon, he says he's respecting coach's decision. However, by look on his face, you could tell he's not happy with that decision. And the question here is, did the Philadelphia Eagles make the right move sitting Saquon Barkley for this upcoming game? Here's my thing on this. Let the man play. Let Saquon break the record. I understand what the Eagles are saying. What if we let Saquon play and he is not 100% for the playoff game? I understand that. This is a record that is 40 years old. Let the man break the record. Let him break the record. Because I understand you're trying to win a Super Bowl, okay? But here's the thing. If you don't let Saquon play Sunday and you, the Philadelphia Eagles, do not win the Super Bowl, you're going to regret not letting him get that record. Saquon, years later, he's going to regret not going for that record, especially if he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring to prove it. Okay? You got to, he says he's okay with this now, but what about years later when he's sitting with his kids and he's talking about how great he was as a player and he had a chance to make history. See, we all have team goals. You know, you want to win the championship, but we all have individual legacies. And a record such as the most yards in a season is an incredible accomplishment. Whether it's 16 games or 17 games, it doesn't matter. Let Saquon run and get that record because he's going to regret it if he didn't get the opportunity to do it. I'm going to show a chart here of all the people who have rushed for over 2,000 yards in the NFL. It's only happened 8 times. All right? But look at the players that are on there. And look at this question. I think the majority of them are Hall of Famers. But there's the main question. How many of these players ran for 2,000 yards twice in their career? 0. This means that this is Saquon. This is most likely, this is Saquon's only year where he's going to have over 2,000 yards. So he's in it right now. Eagles, do the right thing. Let him run for the 2,000 yards and let him run and break that record. Just do it. He doesn't have to play the whole game. Come up with a plan and give him the ball. Give him the entire first quarter. Let him run it until he gets 101 yards and breaks the record. Let him do it. If he does it in 10 carries, great. Sit him for the rest of the game. If he does it in 20, great. Sit him for the rest of the game. If it comes up to the half and he still does not have the record, then fine. All right? Let him sit the second half regardless. Let him get his rest. But let him break that record. Let him break that record. But you know what? I want to come to the other side. And then some people are like, well, you know, if he breaks a record, he did it in 17 games when Eric Dickerson only did it in 16 games. That's not Saquon's fault. All right? That's the NFL's fault for adding an extra game into the season. So to come against that argument, we had Walter Payton, who had the all-time rushing yards in a career. He did it in 13 seasons. Emmitt Smith broke Walter Payton's record, and it took him 15 seasons to do it. And when he did it, Emmitt Smith was not a great runner like he was when he was with the Cowboys. But he did it, and he has the record. Eagles, do the right thing. Let Saquon go for that record. All right? I want to know your thoughts. If you're watching this as a football fan or an Eagles fan, do you think Philadelphia Eagles did the right thing? Do you think they are doing the right thing, letting Saquon sit? I disagree. Let him play even if it's just for a quarter. All right? I want to know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe to Breaking Mediocrity. And enjoy the playoffs. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.